tougher.
What is up, my fellow Division 2 agents? Welcome back to the channel. It's D Werewolf Gaming back with another Division 2 video. Alright, I hope everyone has been doing well and staying safe. Today, guys, got another amazing video to showcase, guys. This build I will be utilizing the pistol build again, guys. My last couple of videos I put out have been focused around using pistols and sniper rifles. But with that being said, this content that was just released in year 7 season 1 in Division 2, it was a new gear set released, guys, and this gear set focuses on boosting up pistol damage. With that being said, you know, as you can see in the gameplay, guys, I have been playing a good bit, grinding level up the seasonal journey, just so I can get a good feel for using these modifications in this game, guys. The mods is what really makes this game fun. And I really do enjoy using the mods, and so far the mods seem pretty good in this season as well. One thing but in this gameplay today, guys, I decided not to use the mods just to show you how this build functions, to show you that this build works, and you do not need the modifications. All right, guys, so as always, I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay, then we'll go over this build breakdown. And for those of you who want to see more gameplay, just stick around after we go over the build breakdown. And I'll basically be finishing out the rest of this mission. All right, so I did use the hand basket marksman rifle, but guys, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because primarily this build was more focused around pistols, but I do like having a rifle on hand just in case you need it. And the hand basket is an amazing rifle, but you can use whatever marksman rifle you want. Just make sure that you put the talent on it to determine. And what this talent does is after killing the enemy with a headshot, the next shot landing on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. So that's the biggest thing, guys. You want to make sure whatever marksman rifle you use that you put the talent determined on it. The mods I do have on this gun is a 30% headshot damage mod with a stability and an accuracy mod. But yeah, like I said, just use whichever one you prefer. Your secondary weapon did not really matter. I did have a shotgun, guys, equipped, so that way when those enemies get up close, I can take them out just in case, you know, I need to reload on my pistol, or I don't have enough time to get that marksman rifle shot off or pistol off. All right, so the gun I did choose is the Harvest, guys, and you can attain this through the Loot Goblin, but this gun is amazing, guys. It has a high base damage, and that's one reason why I do enjoy using. As you can see, the headshot damage on it is 215%. The biggest flaw in this pistol, guys, is the optimal range only being 12. As you can see, the expertise I do have is 30, with the core attributes being pistol damage of 15% with 10% damage to target out of cover. Now, you do not have to have your weapon expertise fully maxed out, guys, in this for this build to work. And the talent, again, guys, make sure that you put determined on it. Basically, after killing the enemy with a headshot, the next shot landing on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot, no matter where you shoot them at. The mods I do have on it is a reload speed mod and plus 15% headshot damage mod, but always use whichever mods work best for you. All right, guys. So for the mask, I did go with the Punch Drunk mask, guys, and this is a part of the Douglas and Harding brand set. And again, guys, this mask comes with it's part of the Douglas and Harris Harding brand set. And one piece gives you plus 20% pistol damage, with two pieces giving you plus 30% stability. We have on a full set, guys, all three pieces, you get plus 50% accuracy as well. The core attributes are 15% weapon damage, with the middle attributes being plus 20% headshot damage, 8% weapon handling, and another 10% headshot damage attribute. All right, for the chest piece, guys, this is the new gear set that I was talking about. It's called basically immense armaments, and basically you getting we have the full all three pieces on. You getting 5% weapon damage, plus 100% threat with 6% pistol damage. Guys, we're not really focused on that threat too much. We mainly just worrying about that. We're going for that 60% pistol damage. The core attributes, I do have 15% weapon damage, with the middle attributes being headshot damage, another 8% weapon handling, and another headshot damage attribute. All right, guys, the talent we did go on this particular gear set is Headhunter. And after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 125% of that killing blow's damage. All right, your damage is capped to 800% of your weapon damage, but this can be raised to 1,250% if your headshot damage is greater than 150%. All right, for the holster, guys, this build is pretty squishy, so the nimble holster, this just came out, guys, and basically what it says is run for your life. This was a holster that was originally in Division Part 1, but basically comes with a core attribute, weapon damage, and middle attributes being critical hit chance and critical hit damage. The talent on it is called Bob and Weave. You will receive repairs of 5% of your total armor for every 1 meter run in cover to cover. The damage taken while doing it cover to cover is healed over 10 seconds. So the guys, the more armor you have on, I'm assuming you will get better benefits of using this holster. But as you can see, guys, I just wanted, it's great for giving you a little bit extra survivability, especially when you got a squishy build on, guys, such as the one I do have on right now. Now, if you didn't have this holster, you could have easily just went with the brand set that I'm currently wearing, guys. You could have went with that as well. So ultimately, this was another option if you do not have the nimble holster. All right, so I did have the armaments knee pads on as well, and the core attributes is a 15% weapon damage with a critical hit chance attribute and another 10% headshot damage attribute. I did have the gloves on as well, guys, with weapon damage with critical 12% critical hit damage with a headshot damage mod attribute as well. And for the backpack, guys, now I will give multiple options when it comes to this backpack, but this is the second piece of the Douglas and Harding set, and I did have the basically core attributes on it is weapon damage, with the middle attributes being critical hit damage with 2 headshot damage mods on it. The talent I do have on this backpack is vigilance, and this increases total weapon damage by 25%, but taking damage disables the buff for 4 seconds, guys. If you do not have this backpack, there are other options that would have worked great as well. You could have even went with the name version of the these backpack. One I'm looking for is called a GIF, and basically the GIF is the better version of the backpack that I'm using. It would also give you a 13% headshot damage, and also the talent on the GIF is called Perfect Vigilance. And basically the only difference is, guys, the duration of when you get it back from whenever you take damage is 1 second faster. So this is another option as well. So it doesn't really matter, guys. Basically, the biggest thing is when you have the 2 piece of the Douglas Hardest, you are getting a 2-piece bonus benefit of that gear set, versus if you don't have it, though, you could easily just use whichever backpack you prefer and just put the talent vigilance on it. Now, the Memento backpack is great, guys, in all scenarios because it gives you a weapon core, armor core, and a skill efficiency. And just make sure on the attribute that you do put the headshot or whichever attribute you prefer. The talent is what we're really going for on this backpack, though. It's called Kill Confirm. Basically, enemies that you kill drop trophies. Those trophies gives you short and long-term buff. Guys, depending on the number of cores you got, each red core gives you 5% weapon damage, each blue core gives you 10% bonus armor, and each yellow core gives you plus 5% skill efficiency. And guys, after basically whenever you do wear the Memento backpack, you're gonna be getting skill efficiency, bonus armor, and armor regen with 30% increase in weapon damage. With this particular setup, I did not have my modifiers on. As you can see, I do have a majority of the modifiers unlocked, guys. But like I said, I wanted to show gameplay without the modifiers being on. So I wanted to show you that I did not use any modifiers in this gameplay. And this build worked pretty great, in my opinion. All right, the main thing we're going to be looking at when we go with weapon stats is that headshot damage. Remember, we wanted it to be greater than 150%. And it was, as you can see, it was 266%. And guys, to get the benefit of using the that particular chest piece, the chain killer chest piece, guys. All right, for the armor, this was pretty squishy. It was only at 726,015 armor. No armor on kill. So like I said, this build is pretty squishy, and this is where this hosting played a major part in giving you a little bit more survivability, guys. But the only thing is you do have to go cover to cover. Now, I did use the decoy, guys, primarily to create a distraction to get out of situations, guys, because your gear set that you are wearing, you will have 100% increase in threat. And I did use the striker drone, and I do use this to draw aggro as well, but it does damage as well, guys. Yeah, but if you didn't want to use the striker drone, I would suggest going with the reviver. Hive, that way it gives you second chance. You go down while playing heroic, or even the shield. The shield will work great as well, guys. Gives you a little bit more survivability. All right, so let's take a look at the class specialization, and then guys, stick around for those who want to see a little bit more gameplay. All right, so as many of you know, guys, I did go over the sharpshooter specialization. As you will have 15% increase in weapon stability, reduced recoil, and a faster requisition of targets that you're aiming at. Your armor kits repair 100% and remove status effects and increase resistance to bleed, poison, and burn for 20 seconds. That's just great, guys, to get that status off of you. Now, another thing, guys, you will have access to the tactician drone, and this it scouts and marks hostile targets, feeding them to your HUD guys and any allies within your group, guys. So basically, so you get where you locate where those enemies are at. And one last thing, don't forget to equip the correct weapon elements to get your bonus and 15% weapon damage. Depending on whichever weapon you're using, guys, just like I said, just remember to equip the correct weapon element. All right, guys, if you like the build, let's give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate each and every one of you for your value, time, and continued support. All right, D-Werewolf out. Like I said, guys, stick around if you want to see a little bit more gameplay. And I really appreciate each and every one of you for your value time as always. Okay. Also, agents, I do want to mention that you will see in the gameplay, guys, some of the issues with this build. For example, many of you already know the armor is an issue already. But yeah, those guys, whenever you encounter those chungas or those really tanky enemies, it will throw off the talent that you get from Determine. And you basically will have to start that all over again. And also the optimal range on the pistol is pretty low as well. So that's why with this build, guys, that's one reason why I did choose to have a marksman rifle for backup. And also keep in mind, guys, this build isn't really optimized for marksman rifle. It's more so geared towards pistols. So, I won't be doing as much damage as you normally do whenever you're using a marksman rifles build. But overall, you will, in the gameplay, guys, this build does work. I would not recommend it in Legendary, guys, because like I said, this build is very squishy. You also will dish out pretty good damage, but overall, it's just a really fun build to use in heroic gameplay, in my opinion. All right, guys, this is the last thing I wanted to say. Pointing out some of the issues that does occur with this build. And I will be trying out different variants of this build as well. And like always, guys, when it comes to these builds, these are just blueprints. These are just things that I'm using in my gameplay. Always change them up, make them your own, and figure out what works best for you. All right, then. D-Werewolf out.
Not gonna last. I'm here to see you die. Why, you agent?
Is that Kelsey?
My watch broke and I lost comms. Listen, I need you to cover me while I head for the balcony. Head down to the cluster.
Oh, John. Is Kelsey all right?
Get them off me! Hell no!
Keep them away from me! Whatever you do, don't let them into the concert hall! You thought I'd sit and wait for you to assassinate me? Now I've got you right where I want you. You got the right to kill us? Huh? We've got the power of life and death now! We're going to use it!
Stop them healing! Over there!
Oh, please don't hurt me! I'll do whatever you want! I'll tell you everything!
All right, calm down. Stop embarrassing yourself. So we got him. That was some nice work, Agent. You should be proud of yourself. Together was the only way we